Hello, I'm Mark Beachy for the Maryland Theater Guide, and today I'm broadcasting to you from the Library of Congress, where they are honoring Danny Kaye and Sylvia Fine. Danny Kaye was an American actor, singer, dancer, comedian, and humanitarian. His wife, Sylvia Fine, was an American lyricist, composer, writer, lecturer, and producer. Sylvia wrote many songs for Danny, which showcased his ability to sing and speak lyrics at extremely fast tempos. On March 19th, the Library of Congress unveiled the Danny Kaye and Sylvia Fine Collection website, featuring over 2,000 items. A special feature is an interactive timeline which moves through events in their lives and shows pertinent collection items for each time period, such as music scores, scripts, correspondence, business papers, awards, audiovisual materials, and more. The Library of Congress invites you to celebrate the magic, the artistry, and centennial of both Danny Kaye and Sylvia Fine.
Laugh it off and up, daisy, abba dabba hoo hoo ha. Laugh it off and up, daisy, abba dabba hoo hoo ha. Who cares what's the weather? Who cares what's the weather? Long as we're together. Abba dabba hoo hoo ha.
Hello, I'm Mark Beachy. I'm here with the daughter of Danny Kaye, Dena Kaye. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Now, I have this wonderful recording of you. It's for the song Laugh It Off, Upsy Daisy.
Laugh it off and upsy daisy, abba dabba hoo hoo ha. Laugh it up and upsy daisy, abba dabba hoo hoo ha. Who cares what's the weather, long as we're together? Then what? Something da 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 da. Abba dabba hoo hoo ha.
I love that recording. What was it like growing up with your father being Danny Kaye?
It's the only thing I ever knew. So, I don't really know how to answer that. He was wonderful. He participated in my life. We did things together. We traveled together. He's a wonderful role model because he was involved in UNICEF and he had interests outside his career, So he was just wonderful, a great listener.
Oh yes, he had many interests. I believe he was a pilot and a cook.
Yes,
Did he cook for you growing up?
He cooked, I actually made him bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches.
That sounds good. And tell us about today's event. Why are you here and what's going on?
So my parents dedicated all their archives to the Library of Congress. And through the efforts of my wonderful lawyer, Ed Weidenfeld, who had the idea to make it into a website, and the music division, they have created this fabulous website. So tonight it's being previewed, and then it will go live. So it's really in honor of the website, and it's both of my parents' centennial in 2013. So.
Just a remarkable career, and Sylvia Fine Kaye, as you know, wrote all these wonderful songs for Danny that helped make him who he was.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely.
Anything you wanted to say about Sylvia Fine?
I think Micah Feinstein just said to me that her love songs, her ballads, are so unknown, and they're so beautifully constructed, and she's known for the kind of fast, clever songs she did for my father, but it's the other songs. So I'm just hoping through this exhibition that people will get to know who she was.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's a pleasure to sing with you.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm here with one of my favorite singers, Michael Feinstein. And not only am I a fan of your singing voice, I'm a fan of how you preserve the American songbook.
Thank you.
And what you're doing today helps preserve Danny Kaye. Can you talk about your appearance today?
Danny Kaye is one of the icons of the 20th century, and he was unique in what he did. They talk about people being triple threats. He was like a double, triple threat. I mean, what he did, he was an actor, singer, dancer, comedian, mime, humanitarian. It just goes on and on what he did. There are very few people who accomplish what he did, and his collection here at the Library of Congress is extraordinary because it documents not only his career, but it's a history of show business in the 20th century because he did everything. And his wife, Sylvia Fine, who was the most extraordinary composer, is also included in this collection because they were symbiotic. And so it's a wonderful thing that not only is the collection here at the library, but it is digitized in a way that anybody can go online and learn about Danny and download actual music from his movies and things that are otherwise very, very hard to find. So it's an amazing event to be a part of.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here, and I believe you're going to be singing a couple songs. What song are you going to sing?
I'm singing several things. I'm doing something from White Christmas, in which Danny starred with Rosemary Clooney and Bing Crosby. I'm going to do Tchaikovsky, the song that made him a star, from Lady in the Dark.
One.
It's a toughie, and I'm still a little nervous about that. And then a few other things, including something by Sylvia Fine that is a gorgeous ballad that Irving Berlin said was a perfect love song.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here at today's event.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Hello, I'm here with Senator Dodd, and of course, you have such a wonderful career that you've done and are still doing. I understand you are the president of the Motion Picture Association of America. I guess you're a movie buff.
Right. Well, I'm that, and proud to succeed. Well, Dan Glickman, the most immediate past head of it. But Jack Valenti, I always like to tease and say I'm the Irish version of Jack Valenti at the end. My green tie on here about St. Patrick's Day. But a great American industry. This morning, 2.1 million people in our country got up and went to work on a job dependent on the film and television industry in our country. 7-to-1, exports to imports, branding our country. People don't realize in too many cases how many people work in this job. At a red carpet event, you're seeing less than 1% of the people who work in this business. 99% are hardworking people, driving trucks, electricians, camera guys, sound people, makeup artists, grips, all of those jobs that you see at the end of a film are thousands, millions of our fellow citizens of this country who work in the film and television industry.
And you don't have to be in Los Angeles to work as an actor.
Most of them now all over the country. I was in Georgia the other day, 25,000 people there. I screened Oz in Michigan, where the movie was totally made in an old Pontiac automobile factory. It's now a state-of-the-art sound stage. 3,000 people in that state worked on that film. Richmond, Virginia, where Lincoln was made. The Life of Pi, made in Taiwan, which had been made here. But these films are made all over the United States now. 41 states have production credits, which really attract the industry to come and make films outside of California, which historically has been the home to all of this, and they still do a lot there, don't misunderstand me. But now there are many, many states that have very active employment bases that are well-trained, talented people in their respective states that can make film and television.
It's great to hear about jobs in the motion picture industry, and I'm a fan of Danny Kaye and his films, and I'm sure you've seen lots of his films. One of my favorites is called The Five Pennies, and do you have any favorites of Danny Kaye, or do you like them all?
I like them all. He was, when I was, he represented, in fact, he was he was the film. I mean, it wasn't, it's hard to remember movies because he was in so many of them that brought this wonderful sense of talent and joy. I think as a child growing up, I was so impressed that anyone could talk as fast as he could. and what sounded like gibberish, but hardly the case in many ways, that rapid fire ability to communicate, the dancing skills. I was thinking that I was watching Justin Timberlake, who I didn't realize was as incredibly talented as a dancer, a singer, a performer. And my first thought was, before I remembered I was coming here, was to think, this is sort of Danny Kaye. There aren't many like that anymore that have that full menu of talents that can perform and film and television on a stage and stand up, make you laugh, make you cry, bring joy to your heart with a great song, a dance step that you've never seen before. He was the full deal. I mean, he had it all.
He certainly did, and thank you so much for being at today's event.
Not at all. Good to be with you.
Good to be with you, Senator. Thank you.
Even guys with 2 left feet come out alright if the girl is sweet. If by chance their cheeks should meet while dancing, proving that the best things happen while you dance.
Visit www.loc.gov/kfine to access the Danny Kaye and Sylvia Fine collection. I'm Mark Beachy for the Maryland Theater Guide. Have a theatrical day.